he was the all-time sports freak and one of the great pop culture freaks of the second half of the 20th century.
This city gonna be upside down when I get through.
No matter how big you were, no matter how powerful you were in Hollywood, when Dennis Rodman hit that red carpet, all cameras went on him.
He's like the Pied Piper. There's a crowd around him all the time, and some of the most beautiful women you ever want to see.
I was with Dennis at the Mirage Casino in Vegas, midnight on a Saturday night. Place is going nuts. Women whispering dirty things in his ear, kissing him, touching him, grabbing his private parts.
Everybody wanted to party with Dennis Rodman. A world that was unbeknownst to him opened up, and he became the king of that world.
I portray the bad boy image, which sometimes I am and sometimes I'm not.
Dennis was one of our first anti-heroes in sports at a time when anti-establishment people were really starting to come to the forefront.
Dennis Rodman's space trip to international fame was kickstarted in 1994 when he and sexual revolutionary Madonna struck sparks that blazed across the media.
She built up his self-esteem and explained to him, it's not always the substance that can bring you fame, it's the packaging.
I was at his house with a cast of characters, strippers, gay dancers, old Italian gangsters. I said, you realize that when I write this story and you're talking about the gay fantasies, it's never going to be the same for you. And he looked up and said, yeah, but it's going to make me a lot of money, bro.
When Dennis got 15 rebounds and dressed normal, he made $2 million a year. And when he started wearing dress and acting, he made $20 million a year.
Now rebounding is an art that you get paid big dollars for, and that's only because Dennis Rodman figured out how to bring attention to what it is that he was doing.
When Rodman was just another well-paid NBA player in the late 1980s, he was a highly respected member of the Pistons Bad Boys Club.
He could get the rebound, kick it to the guard, and then beat everybody down the court for the layup or the tip-in. I mean, the man was just incredible.
Most guys you can get a body on, but he was moving all over the place. It was hard to box him out.
Not a lot of guys my size has ever done that. Play the biggest, the baddest guys every day in and day out. I did it, and I loved it.
You can look at Wilt Chamberlain or Bill Russell, but look at Dennis Rodman, 6'7", and the percentage of rebounds that he got. Dennis Rodman is the best rebounder ever.
From 1992 to 1998, Rodman did what giants like Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell, and Moses Malone couldn't: win 7 straight rebounding titles. He was also a key contributor to 5 NBA titles, 2 with the Pistons and 3 with the Bulls. Averaging 13 boards in his career, Rodman wreaked havoc in a forest of giants.
He was always a fierce competitor, great defensive player. He brought that mental edge where he was able to really aggravate the crap out of you.
When another player be struggling, he just grin. And what are you going to do if you're another player? Throw a punch at him? Rodman never throws a punch back. He's too smart for that.
I like going out there and doing what I do best. That's go out there, aggravate people, and getting somebody's.
He taught people out their game. Pushed them, shoved them, stepped on them, grabbed them, pulled them down, hit them in the back of their head.
Here's a dirty player. Dennis Rodman could have crippled Scottie Pippen for life when he shoved him out of bounds in one of those Detroit Bulls playoff games.
And he is walloped, and that will be a flagrant foul.
Alternately driven by desire and his own demons, Rodman's rap sheet reads like a study in defiance. 211 technical fouls, 20 ejections, and 11 suspensions. With the Bulls in 1997, he was forced to miss 11 games for kicking a photographer during a game.
And the photographer is hurt.
I told him that his antics off the court were his own life. But on the court, it was my job to enforce a certain law and order.
I didn't like the things he was doing to me. Dennis, you can't have tattoos.
He has the nerve to say that it's bad for the sport. I think it's great for the sport. It adds a little more aroma.
Dennis, you can't say this.
If you want to suspend me, suspend me. Make an example out of Dennis Rodman. I don't care.
What am I doing? I'm not hurting you. I'm not hurting anybody. My job is to go out there and make people happy, not to please them.
Beneath the hair and the earrings and the tattoos and the wedding dress was a person who needed direction and wanted the affirmation from other people.
There are a lot of miracles in sports. Dennis Rodman is one of the miracles. This is a guy who was much more likely to end up homeless than he was to end up in the NBA.